everybody? Big Paul's Trucking. Welcome back to the channel. Well, let's see. It's March, I don't know, 2nd or 3rd. We've been making some progress on all the trucks. I've been waiting on some parts, some plates. You guys remember. So let me show you where we're at. I got this hitch plate back from the plasma cutter. I want you guys to check that out now. This is actually the front side of the plate. I'm going to flip it over to install it. But look at how nice this guy can cut 3/4 plate with that plasma table. It's just got a little bit of a, I'm going to grind that off when I bevel all this. And he can cut my square hole where the square receiver is going to go. So I can haul all trailers, and that's for my pintle hitch. So you can see how this is notched, and it'll go right up into the notches are going to be on the bottom flange of the frame, and then this part will hang down. Have your square tube and everything ready to go. So we got that back, so that's good. So we're going to get that installed next day or so. I got to do some grinding into that thing, and then I got to do clean some paint off, on the inside of the frame here, all the way around, so I can weld to it. And I'm not welding over primer, obviously. So, and we made some progress here in the back on this pulling hitch. I'm going to say this hitch is about done. I welded all that in, these T's, to bridge the weight on the fifth wheel plate. I think it actually turned out real good. And then in the back here, of course, the sun's shining in. We put this stake pocket. So in the back, we'll be able to, or fork pocket. We'll be able to put the forks from the skid steer right in there. And pick the hitch up. Here, let me zoom out. Pick the hitch, forks go in there, pick the hitch up. Then we can put it onto the truck, take it off the truck. There's our ring that we're going to pull off of. All made out of 3/4 also. But boy, I think it really turned out nice. We got the weld-in kingpin right there that Mighty Products donated for this project. We appreciate that. It's going to make a great hitch. We really, really can't wait to get it to use. Now, we do got one decision left to make. We got to put this on his truck, and we're either going to put 2 layers of 4-inch, or we're going to put 1 layer. All the hitches he used last year had 1 4-inch that's set on the frame. But we haven't decided. We got to put it on and see how it looks, whether we want it to be level, we want it to be dropped back a little. Probably want it to be dropping down as it's coming back. But we got to put it on the truck to find all that out. So any which way, that's what we've been working on, you guys. Did quite a bit of work here to the black truck. Here, let me show you. I still haven't driven this truck on the road now that it's got the new springs and all this good stuff. But I was laying underneath at work looking at some things, and I had to put a new U-joint in right there. I don't know if you guys can see. That's the 3rd U-joint on this truck. The first 2 were good. They looked like they'd been replaced, and then the back 2, well, they're in good shape. They were fine. I checked them out, but both of them were good on the little drive shaft on this truck. So, and then we also, I know it's all wrinkled up now, we just changed that airbag. That airbag was all cracked and in bad shape, so and the bolts were put in wrong. They had the wrong washers on this, so we put that all back together, and it really turned out nice. So, but now I'm running out of things to do to that truck. I want to take it for a drive and see how it steers and see all the front end stuff, that I did. That's where it's going to make a really big difference. Oh yeah, one more thing I did, you guys. I want to show you guys. Let me climb up on this truck. Oh, look at this. I spent a minute and pawed out all the seam sealer where the roof meets the cap right here. And I re-seam sealed all of this real nice. There was some spots it was completely gone where it was real deep. But it all got re-seam sealed because it was in bad shape. And this is an important part of your roof. As long as it sheds the water, some of this other rust I'm going to fix in the future when I paint the truck. but I don't want this flange to rust out, and I don't want water to be getting behind this metal and be getting into my cab and rotting my interior out or whatever. So I re-seam sealed all that. That took me a whole day, believe it or not, but it really turned out good. So it's auto body seam sealer, but I cleaned it, wire wheeled it, wiped it out with solvent, and then caulked it in there, give it the old royal finger treatment, and I don't think it's going to leak a drop. I'm really not worried about it now. So anyways, you guys, that's what we've been up to. I appreciate you guys watching my channel. I'm going to work on that trailer hitch now today, and we're going to grind. I'll set the tripod up, and we're going to grind a 45-degree bevel in it on the back side and the front side, because we're going to be, welding that thing in place and putting triangles on it, knocking that, whatever, the little bit of slag off of there that is left from the cutting process. But as you guys know, we'll get it done. Thanks for watching. You guys, welcome back. Well, here, let me show you where we're at. Check this out. I lost a little footage, guys. I welded in the square, tube for regular, put a ball on the back of the truck. And I had to clean up this plate a little bit. There were some deep scratches that I didn't like. But check that out. I welded that in all the way around, both sides. I don't think it's going anywhere. So I'll have my square receiver, my pintle hitch, and then I got to put my D-rings on here and weld them on today. You can see in the bottom here too, I welded all the way around, and then I put me a little brace in the bottom. So let me just tell you, that square tube is not going anywhere. So, all right, well, I'm going to lay these pintle hitches and D-rings out, decide where I want them, and then weld them in so you guys can watch. All right, you guys, I hope you can see something. So, one more thing I have to do is I have to grind a 45-degree bevel all the way around here where I'm going to be welding it into the frame. I started grinding it, but I need to come down and over with a nice wide 45-degree, and that way when I weld it in, I have more surface to the 3/4 plate. I'll get plenty of heat and penetration into this 5/16 frame, but I got to make sure I get enough penetration and heat and surface on this 3/4 plate. I'm going to weld the outside of it. I'm not going to weld both sides of this plate in, just the outside, and then I have some real big triangles that I'm going to put right here in the middle of the frame to help support it all. But it's going to be able to do what I need to do. Oh, all right. Now we had the holes already burned from the plasma cutter. There we go, for pintle hitch. So that's going to live right there. And these D-rings here, these weld-on D-rings, as you can see, they got a real nice 45-degree chamfer. So when you set them down, you got all that to weld in and make it strong. So now all this, I was using a flapper wheel on this plate. There was a couple scratches in it I didn't like, so I kind of smoothed it out a little bit before I weld it in, because then it's all going to get primed and painted and it'll look fantastic. But a deep scratch you'd always see, there was a deep scratch up here that I was, I don't know how it got there, but somehow when we were handling it, something happened. All right, so I decided I'm going to put these E-rings in line with the bottom hole. I was going to put them up here, but I decided not to. Because I was thinking if I mount my license plate or something up here, I want this space open. So down here is out of the way for all that stuff. So let's do a little measuring. You need to be 4.5 from the sides. I'm going to go over a little right there. 4.5, and then I think I was 9 1/4 or 9 1/8, yeah, off the top. Push that back. A little more. A little more. Okay. All right, this one's got to come forward right there. Okay, I like that. I do. Let's see how far we're up in the pin. 3 3/4. 3 7/8, but I'm gonna shimmy this one, I think, over just a little bit. Let's look again. 4, oh yeah. Yeah, so this one we're gonna move over just a shade. All right, let's look at the bottom. 2 inches off the bottom. 2 inches off the bottom, all right. All right, well, I kind of like that. Just make sure everything's square. And you gotta spot it in a couple places because you don't want that weld to pull. You know, to pull it out of alignment. So, all right, you guys, I'll give you a better view here. Check this out. So that's pretty much gonna be how the finish hits. Now I'm gonna, obviously I'm gonna pull it out and then slide it into the frame down here. But I want to do all this welding now. So those are gonna get, look at how that V in the bottom helps give you more surface to weld to. So that's all going to get welded up solid. And then like I was telling you here, you can see where I grinded this 45 on here and over here. So that's going to be my weld surface. I got to go down here and I got to go do these 2 surfaces here. And I'll be ready to weld it in. I think I'm going to set you guys on time lapse and let you watch me weld. Guys, let's show you where we're at. We're ready to put this hitch, I think, in the frame. So let me show you what I did. So yeah, those are welded on. Not my most beautiful welds, but they'll work. And I got me my bevel ground in all the way around. Now you could go deeper if you wanted, but I don't want to. This will be fine. It's going to have a great big triangle, 8x8 triangle on the back, right in the center of the frame, supporting it. So I think it'll be fine. But yeah, got these welded in. Got that welded in. And this truck's going to do everything. I can't wait. You know, and then throw the pintle hitch up on there. You know, pretty darn nice looking hitch. So we're going to stick it in there. I've already prepared the frame. Ground back all the primer. And we're going to put it in there. But I got to get a little help because that thing's heavy. So hang tight. Thanks for watching. All right, you guys, welcome back. Well, I decided to get my crane and let my crane do the lifting. I want you guys check this out now. So I just, picked this plate up and then slid it into the frame. And actually, man, I can't believe how nice it fits. I need to put a washer underneath right here so I can jack that up a little bit, make it fit better. But man, it fits better than I actually thought it would. So I'm pretty happy about that. Oh yeah. All right, well, let's try jacking this up a little bit, see if it'll let me get the washer underneath it. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. That pushed it up easy. Okay, hold on here. Let me get the washer. And I might actually put, I think I'm going to put 2 washers under here because I want to have it up as high as I can at the same time. All right, hang on. Let me get some bigger washers. A couple big 5/8 washers I think will work good. There we go. And then they'll come out. We'll just pop them out when we weld the top. It'll be anchored, and then we'll weld the bottom. But I think that'll make a big difference. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that like that. No, that's enough. Can't get 2. All right. All right, we gotta tap that back a little bit. Give it the old tap tap. Okay, that looks good actually. Let's see, I want to get one on this side. Let's see if one will fit. Just barely. This side seems to be staying up a little higher. Or who knows why. Let's see. That bottom looks good. Bottom looks good. We'll slide that out. Top is going to be a little bit to weld up, but it'll be fine. Oh yeah, looky, looky. Cool. I think that looks good. I got to do a little measuring, and then we'll probably weld it in there. Where's my hammer? I set it down. There it is. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks real good. All right. All right, well, I think we're going to have to put it on time lapse again, but boy, doesn't that look good, you guys? I think it does. Let me get this jack out of the way. And let you guys take a closer look. But that hitch is going to be, all painted the same as the chassis shortly, but I had to get it in here, get it welded in. It fits real nice. A little bit of a gap in the corner there we cut out. I thought I needed a little more relief. As you can see down here, it's pretty tight. We'll weld all that up. But I think it looks great. So I got my chain on there still just because I don't want it to fall out and land on my foot. But all right, we're going to do some welding. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, this is tough filming, let me tell you. So basically, this is the back of my hitch we're installing. And I'm going to weld it across down here at the bottom of the frame on the inside. I already welded the outside. I'm going to weld the inside, and then right here is where we're going to, right here where I got it shined up, that's where we're going to put the triangle to support all this. So, tough filming, let me tell you. Let's check this out. We're going to weld this up. See how it goes. Get one thing where I can hold everything. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna do the same thing to this side. And then I'm getting these triangles ready. I'm gonna weld them in. I got a little finish welding to do on the outside here. That looks pretty good. Obviously, we don't want it going anywhere. All right, let's switch to the other side here. See how hard that'll be. All right. Well, about the same view. Unfortunately, you can't see much, but you can see what I'm doing. I'm welding right across the bottom here. All right, now I gotta do this one left-handed. I'm not as good a welder left-handed. Okay. Pretty good. Do the end here a little bit better. That looks good. All right. A little more welding to do here on the outside. Let me move the camera around. You guys can watch. Hey, you guys, welcome back. Big Paul's Trucking. Well, we're almost done with this hitch. But it's a lot of work. So I want to show you guys where we're at. And I just got like what I would call some cosmetic welds left to do. Just to kind of straighten it out and make it look as good as I can make it. You know, I'm no certified welder, but I've welded a lot of hitches in. So, and they've never had one fail. So, all right, here we go. Let me show you what we got. So check it out. I've been welding. The top's all welded up here. I welded down the side. There's 3 passes of weld in there, like a root weld and then a filler weld. And then this one to make it look, you know, pretty enough. I still got to use the flapper wheel and get all these little bits off of here to clean it up, but we're not bad. Over here, it's about the same thing. Still got to weld a hole up here in the top. That's got to get welded up. I got to try to pretty this up, and I don't like how there's a little bit of a shelf right here. Again, there's 3 layers of weld here. So it's not going to get any stronger. It's just going to, I don't like the way that looks. So, and I got a little hole over here. Right there, I got a hole. I'm going to fill that in. Weld across there. And then like you guys saw a minute ago, I welded the inside. See that? 3 passes. Well, actually, it was 2 passes, I think. Good enough. And then as you see, we got it ground back because we're going to be installing these big heavy triangles right here. Right into this spot. And actually, they turned out sweet, guys. Look how square this frame is. It's touching all places. So that's pretty good by my standards. So, all right, well, I'm gonna turn the welder back on, do these welds here on the outside, and let you guys watch. And we gotta get this done because the weather's finally starting to turn. I got my son out here. She grading the driveway, fixing all the problems we made snow plowing. So we got to get Big Green out, get sandblasting, and get this chassis painted. Then we can put the driveline back in it. Boy, oh boy. It's easy to say it, it's not easy to do it. Well, you can see as I welded all that, you guys, I burned all that paint off. I got good penetration. I had the welder set nice and hot. So, all right, I'm gonna get the tripod and keep welding. All right, you guys, hopefully you can see something. Well, I do got a setting problem. Got my microphone, I gotta set that up. I don't think I'm gonna have it for my, while I'm welding, so I'm gonna have to put this down. Hopefully you guys can still hear something. I'll put it right there, should be fine. My baseball hat while I weld. So we're gonna do these outside welds just to pretty them up. Call it good enough. And then I'm gonna work on those triangles. So I probably won't film a lot of them triangles, you guys, because you can't see nothing. By the time I stick this and this and this and this in the way, you know, it's not a welding channel, you get it. I'm welding in the hitch. No problem. All right, let's get this, give it a go. Let's weld this hole up here in the front. It's driving the top here, it's driving me crazy. It's still up. Good enough. Let's try down here. not too bad. Where wheel that back, that probably looked just fine. All right. We'll call that side good enough. All right. This over here, we got one little hole. The rest of this, I don't think I'm going to worry about. Looks good. Looks good. Yeah, right here on the bottom of this, I don't like. Okay. That ain't going nowhere. Triangles in. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to bring you back in and let you see it. At that point, all the welding should be done as soon as I get those triangles welded in. But I got to grind a big deep V on the edge of them. I got to knock all these burrs back. Look at this, how heavy this is. It's the same 3/4 this plate's made out of. So when they plasma it out, there's a big burr right here or whatever. Slag, I got to knock that off. But when I stick it there on this edge and this edge, I got to cut a nice deep 45-degree angle so I get a good burn into this, into this, into this. Because, you know, it's going to be triangulating our frame, hence the triangle. But I want to wire wheel it off a little nicer too. That way when I'm sandblasting her, it doesn't have to be done. You know, it's not going to have much surface rust between now and a week. So all right, let me get working on that. I'll bring you guys back in, but I sure appreciate you watching my channel. The weather finally broke here in Ohio, so it looks like we can actually get something done. But it was a long, hard winter around here. It's still yesterday. It was still 35 degrees outside. Maybe in another week or two, we get into April, it's supposed to warm up into just the 50s during the day. That'd be great. So it's awful hard to get motivated to go outside and drag a truck out and sandblast at 35 degrees when you're blowing air, you're cold sand. It's a pain. So I was planning on getting more of this done earlier in the winter, but I think I was planning on just a regular winter. At least what we usually been having, and not too much snow, but usually we get a few nice days throughout the winter. We didn't even get that this year, so that's all right. We're done with that. We're on to spring. Sun's shining. My kid's grading the driveway. Life's good. So all right, let's do these triangles. Thanks for watching. you guys. Welcome back. Big Paul's Trucking. Like, share, subscribe. Now's the time. We'll check it out. Can you see that? That hitch is done. I mean, there's a lot of welding. A lot of work. I did it mostly myself. But it really turned out nice. So I want to give you guys a little closer view. Let me go to the zoom out. Oh, yeah. So that way you guys can see what we're talking about. Check it out. Nothing's perfect, but it looks pretty good. Got all my welds in place now. Look at the triangles in the back. Welded them in real nice. Got my square receiver right there. And this one's in there too. Look good. I'm pretty happy with it. So anyways, that hitch looks great. I'm gonna go buy the pintle hitch for it, go in these 4 holes. But not a problem. I seem to make them one way. That's the way I was taught to do it. But we're getting it done, guys. Anyways, now this truck can be drug outside now that I put some primer on it. And, you know, it won't rust if it sits out overnight. And we're going to pressure wash this chassis real good and get it ready to sandblast. That is now officially the next step for Big Green. We got to dig all this junk off of it. Put the welder away for a while because that looks good. I welded. I went back over a few spots. I did a little grinding. I'm happy. I'm done. Hitch is done. I gotta go buy a pintle, bolt that on, buy the bolts. Dig this thing out, drag it out, and we're gonna get working on it. But this is gonna be the end of this video. The hitch is done. I still gotta get that video up for the pulling hitch. And I wanna show you guys a little sneak peek of something that I've been working on. Look at that. 1925. It's called a Whitey, W-I-T-T-E. It's a single cylinder, 3.5-inch bore. I completely went through this and rebuilt it. Check out my trucker stack I put on it. So this has been something. We're going to start this up. I'll show you guys a little, you know, startup video for this coming up because it's a pretty cool old engine. I'm into anything with engines, anything that goes bang, pop, you name it. I had this all apart. This Whiteco magneto, old style plug. This is actually called a throttle governed engine. So it was originally for a saw and wood, running a drag saw. But anyways, I think it looks cool as crap. And when you hear that thing running, I just put that Harley Davidson muffler on it because it was really loud. I do have a video of it running. And it's pow, it hits hard. So, but anyways, that's for another video. Hey guys, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Big Paul's